If only Silicon Valley was more moral. There's been a lot of scandals recently about the bad behavior of Silicon Valley. Serial entrepreneur Sean Parker, of course, has caught a lot of heat. If only. Well, maybe no. Maybe if only is the solution. Today I've got the founder and CEO of a new startup, a moral startup, If Only, Trevor Traina, serial Silicon Valley entrepreneur, a guy who's bringing morality back to Silicon Valley. Trevor, welcome to TechCrunch TV.
Thank you, Andrew. It's great to be here.
So, Trevor, you're doing some good for a change. What's If Only all about?
Well, If Only is kind of about the new trend now of doing well by doing good. So if I can give you experiences that are once in a lifetime and also benefit a charity or cause at the same time.
Give me an example of a once in a lifetime experience.
How about golf with Greg Norman?
Or lunch with Mike Arrington.
Lunch with Mike Arrington with Andrew thrown in.
Or Andrew for main course.
Hanging out with Kobe Bryant, being in the front of a Madonna concert.
So golf with Kobe Bryant, or dinner with Kobe Bryant. Explain the business. I want it. I've got an open checkbook. I want to meet Kobe Bryant. He's my hero.
We'd love to have you. And it's part of the fact that now people have enough things and really are more focused on experiences or enriching their lives by experiences. So we've gone around and asked A-list talents like Kobe Bryant and Shakira and people like that to provide incredible experiences. And then you would come to ifonly.com and buy as if you were at a store. So you would click, purchase the experience, we would arrange it, set it up, and then you would go and meet Kobe Bryant.
So Kobe's donating.
Correct. Kobe has a foundation,
so
believe
Kobe,
it or not.
So what's a charity that Kobe cares about?
His foundation is the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Foundation, which is inner city kids.
So he wants to channel that money, the lunch, I'm going to pay $1,000 or I'm going to pay $50,000 for lunch with Kobe. And what are you, the enabling platform to make sure that that money actually goes to charity?
Exactly. Think of us as the marketplace platform, just as Uber is for a town car or Airbnb for a free apartment room. We are literally connecting you to luminaries and talents at every price point, from $30 to many, many thousands.
Well, I hope, Trevor, you're a nonprofit.
Well, I'm personally, I'm very much a nonprofit, but we are a for-profit.
What do you mean personally you're a nonprofit?
If you just ask my wife, she would, I think, probably argue that. I don't want to be someone's nonprofit in their portfolio, but we are a for-profit company that generates a lot of money for charities.
I'm curious, though, why did you make it a for-profit? Because it does seem to be a non-profit kind of initiative.
It's a great question. You know, I've looked at RED and a lot of kind of new initiatives, and I do a lot of nonprofit work myself. I'm on 6 nonprofit boards personally, but there's an efficiency that comes with businesses that are run for profit that I really believe in. And so I believe in the efficient entrepreneurial model as a way to generate money for charities. And right now, almost 70 cents on the dollar that we take in, we then pay out to a charity.
So the 50 grand I spend for lunch with Kobe, what, 45 of it goes directly to Kobe's charity, and you take the other 5?
And we send the check, exactly. So we collect the money, we make sure it gets directly to the charity and facilitate. We would also, not in your case, but in other cases, we would do a background check before we put the person in front of Kobe Bryant.
You mean a background check on the person?
On the buyer, correct.
So how does that work?
Well, we tell them we're going to arrange it, what date do you want, etc. Here are the logistics. And we say we will have to do a background check on you if you're doing this in-person experience.
And you've got some pretty angelic angels backing you, right?
We do. We have 1 or 2.
Examples, come on.
Okay, you know.
Show off.
Mark Pincus, Mark Benioff,
wow,
Marissa Meyer.
A-listers. How'd you get
Yuri
them?
Milner.
Is it because they care about charity, or they sniff an excellent business opportunity?
I think it's a little bit of both. I actually think it's that, like many people who've been successful, they're more focused on experiential living. Nowadays, people don't want another cashmere sweater or whatever. They want to do something that marks a milestone, whether it's a birthday or a gift. In fact, we know people who only give experiences. They won't give a tie or a sweater anymore.
Is Ariana investing?
she's not. But we'd love to have her.
But this is a kind of, because I know you've known Arianna a long time, this is a kind of a Huffington Post for the experiential economy. Is that fair?
Very much so. So we're linking together people who want life-enriching experiences and top talents. And over time, we'll probably, like the Huffington Post, have many, many, many talents, and you can sort of, some will bubble to the top. It's like reading Alec Baldwin's newest thing, but you can also go way deep and find...
Well, you've got a large audience of TechCrunch viewers, some of whom can write checks. Tell me some experiences that you've gone live now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So give me some really compelling experiences that are now on sale that people should buy.
Well, as I say, we have things at every price point. So if you want a private concert from Third Eye Blind, you can buy it on our website. Well, I would think it would probably be in the six figures.
So that's the high end.
That's right.
So that's a wedding, bar mitzvah, funeral kind of deal.
Exactly. You can meet Kobe Bryant. That's about $5,000.
Just to meet him?
Meet him.
Shake his hand?
Sit at the game, watch him play, and then meet him after the game. But then again, if you want Soundgarden to sign a guitar pick for you, it's $25. Or after the Soundgarden concert, they'll sign the set list to your name, and that's $125.
How many notables have you already got signed up for this thing?
We have dozens. Dozens,
meaning over 100?
Well, we're primarily strong in music, sports, and lifestyle. And lifestyle is also things like the world's best bartenders.
Is this a way to save the music industry? I mean, is it another alternative business model to selling records?
I think it's the way to save the entertainment industry from the point of view of the practitioners, right? Because every well-known person is a commodity, but they don't have, other than their primary way of business, a way to make money. If you're an athlete and you injure your knee, you're out, right? But you might still be famous. So we're creating a market now for your famous name to continue to make money.
In a sense, you're putting a tax on celebrity. Is that fair?
Well, actually, I think it's more like a bounty, right? It's saying you've worked your life to be well known. You're in front of camera. You're a luminary yourself. You have value beyond your day job, right? Because people look up to you. They know you. They might want to interact with you. And so I'm creating a market for luminaries.
Trevor, when you Google Trevor Traina, as I've done to do my research for the show, the first thing that comes up, and I'm sure this doesn't necessarily make you very happy, is the fact that you bought, I think it's the most expensive house in San Francisco, or one of them in cash terms, an incredibly expensive home in Pacific Heights. Do you see any contradiction?
It's experiential living.
Well, but do you see any contradiction between that and your role in a startup, which is essentially dedicated to charity? Or do you think that everyone should be able to essentially do whatever they like with their money?
Actually, I look at a lot of my friends who've achieved success, and I think that what I try to show them is, by example, being someone who lives a well-lived life and also giving back, right? And I mean, I've been on nonprofit boards since I was 30 years old. I mean, I've endowed inner-city scholarships, I've supported hospitals, and my friends are only now starting to do the same. And I think that it's great to be successful, and I think it's great to give back.
Well, here's a challenge for you, Trevor. I will pay $500, live challenge, to have tea in your house. Deal?
Great.
Trevor Traina, the man who just fiddled me out of $500. I've got to figure out which charity to give it.
And I have to figure out what kind of tea you like.
If Only, I'll bring my own tea. If Only, very, very interesting new play from serial entrepreneur Trevor Traina. He'll be back. Maybe we'll take some cameras into his house when we have a cup of tea. Pleasure.